This video accompanies the written instructions for a perfect kennel floor installation. In addition to your new kennel floor, each kit includes the following: 4 metal right-angle brackets, 4 metal straight brackets, and a washdown scupper with 4 1-inch stainless steel attachment screws. You will provide the following tools and supplies: 4 pressure-treated 2x4s, long enough to construct a base frame to match the perimeter dimensions of your dog kennel. This frame will be in direct contact with the ground and will contain the drainage layer of gravel. 4 standard non-pressure treated 2x4s, long enough to construct the top frame, which will overlap the base frame and provide a mounting platform for the kennel. Enough 1/2-inch drain rock to cover the interior area of your kennel to a depth of 1 1/2 inches. A chart in the written instructions provides guidelines on the volumes of gravel required. A staple gun and a box of 3/8-inch galvanized staples. At least 50 of the following fasteners: 1-inch flathead wood screws and 3-inch panhead weatherproof wood screws. A roll of landscape fabric. You'll need at least enough to cover the interior area of your kennel floor with overlap between pieces. 8 galvanized steel spikes, 10 inches long. A hammer. A drill with both a 1/2-inch bit and a screwdriver attachment. A measuring tape. A saw to cut the 2x4 boards. The spot you choose to install your kennel should be reasonably flat and level, and free from any underground hazards such as electrical, gas, and water lines. If it's grassy, cut the grass as short as possible and fill in any holes or depressions with drain rock before proceeding to the next step. Measure the outside length and width of your kennel and use these measurements to cut 4 pressure-treated 2x4s to make the base frame, which contains the gravel drainage layer. Don't forget to allow for the width of your 2x4s when cutting them to the final frame dimensions. Secure the frame at all 4 corners using the metal brackets included in your kit. The right angle brackets are screwed across the inside corners and the flat brackets are screwed across the outside joints. This is a good time to re-measure the kennel and base frame to confirm an exact fit. In preparation for securing the frame to the ground, drill a 1/2-inch diameter hole in each corner and midway along each side. With the inside brackets facing up, staple the landscape fabric to the top. Overlap the landscape fabric so that it is even with the edges of the wooden frame. Turn the base frame over and place it in its final position with the landscape fabric facing down. Drive the 10-inch galvanized steel spikes through the holes that you previously drilled through the base frame. Fill the base frame with drain rock. The landscape fabric will prevent the drain rock from sinking into the ground over time. Use a 2x4 to level the drain rock even with the top of the frame. Unpack the kennel floor and spread it out evenly over the drain rock and wooden frame. It may slightly overlap at the edges. Staple one corner of the kennel floor to the base frame using several staples placed close together. Then pull the opposite corner as tightly as possible and staple it in the same manner. Repeat this process for the remaining corners. Install staples every 4 inches around the entire perimeter while pulling the floor towards the outside edge. Trim any fabric that extends beyond the outside edge of the base frame. With the kennel floor secured to the base frame, position the washdown scupper at the lowest corner of the floor assembly. Screw it down through the kennel floor and into the base frame using the 4 1-inch stainless steel screws that came with your kit. Cut the 4 remaining non-pressure treated 2x4s to form the top frame that will cover the edges of the kennel floor and provide the base for the kennel walls. The corner joints of the top frame should crisscross the corner joints of the base frame for added strength. With all of the top frame 2x4s cut to length, determine which one covers the scupper and cut it shorter by 12 inches. Now, screw the top frame to the base frame using 3-inch screws placed about every 6 to 8 inches apart all the way around the floor assembly, leaving the 12-inch space above the scupper. Your freestanding kennel can now be placed on top of the kennel floor frame assembly. Anchor it in place by drilling holes in the bottom rail of the kennel, and then installing 3-inch screws through the rail and into the frame. Your perfect kennel floor installation is now complete. Visit us at kennelfloor.com for more perfect kennel floor information and pricing. Our written instructions also provide information on installing perfect kennel floor in an existing earth or concrete mounted kennel.